My sisters and brothers, I greet you all with the love and peace of the Lord. I invite you to meditate together with me on the holy word of God of 10th February 2023. The pivot, be judicious. The indicative of our reflection in human life, the matter of openness makes a difference. If we are open to the evil one, we will fall into evil and be led to ruin. But if we are open to God, we will rise up to good and be led to grace and salvation. The first reading from Genesis declares that the serpent is the most cunning of all animals. Here we know that the serpent signifies Satan, the evil one. This is very true. Satan is devious and it tempts us to sin as it did with the first parents. In its cunningness, the evil one disguises all the evil in the garb of being a delight to the eyes and desirable. It plays with human psychology and it knows what are the weak points and where to trigger the button and get the result. Satan knows very well that the ego is one area that is highly sensitive and inflammable. There is always over ambition and a deep desire for self-glory. Accordingly, Satan swells the ego and sullies it by self-glory so as to become like God. The first parents were so naive and foolish and fall into the trap of Satan. They forget the simple warning, never enter into a dialogue with the evil one. The more we converse with them, sure he will twist the truth. He will present what is false and harmful as the best and helpful. He has the tremendous capacity to persuade and convince us. Therefore, when we are in the face of the devil, we must act as Jesus did. Chase him away or run away from him. Do not entertain him. Do not indulge in a long discussion with him. Confront and counteract him, not so much with human knowledge, but with divine wisdom and the word of God. But the first parents lacked this humble surrender and divine wisdom. The inner wisdom to distinguish between good and evil is overridden by mere sensuous urges and desires. Every succumbing to sin takes away the deep sense of purity and innocence and clothes us with a sense of shame at our own selves. Sin makes us hide away from God's presence and intimacy. Sin ruptures our communion with God and closes our communication with Him. Sin closes our hearing and speaking to God. Therefore, we need a touch, a healing touch, a restoring touch that opens our ears and tongue. That command of Jesus in the gospel, Ephphatha, be opened, should reverberate even now, sharpening our listening to God's voice and message, and our tongue proclaiming God's wonders in our life. And now, the imperative for our life: how long we continue close to God and good. How long do we resent to hear and speak God and good? How long do we want to be bound and unreleased? How long do we resist deliberately the liberating power of God?